to empower your amazing life story, embracing our wholeness and expanding our horizons YouTube channel. My name is Mercy Martinez, and today's podcast is Honoring Our Blocks and Limitations. You know, almost 20 years ago, I became a certified hypnotherapist, life coach, and mentor. I had already 20 years of management in corporate America and decided it was time for me to break away into something different. Through all the years of training and my own personal experience, I have come to the practice of honoring our blocks and limitations versus going to battle or war with them. Instead of going and wanting to delete, jank them, reprogram, I have discovered that it's more effective if we embrace them, we honor them. What I have seen and experienced in my own personal journey and with my clients is that blocks and limitations are there to give us some input and some knowledge. They're really there to let us know that there's pieces of us that we have still not uncovered, or we're not seeing the bigger picture. When we are able to open a dialogue from a place of genuinely desiring to uncover the root cause of the block and the limitation without trying to just delete, erase, or pull it out or reprogram it, you will be surprised on how much wisdom you receive from the dialogue. How much through the process of the block and limitation dialogue, what you considered an enemy becomes an ally. I would like to use the word magic, but really, it's a process of recognizing, honoring that block and limitation was created by your own self. And there was a reason behind it. You see, almost 5 years ago, I developed a unique program I call Empower Your Amazing Life Story. It is a program designed for anyone that's in the searching of making their life more harmonious, well-balanced, and feeling and living in wholeness. I discovered that within our own life story, we find priceless treasures buried behind each experience or memory that brings greater awakening to the inner power stored within our souls, within our life story. So imagine that you're the script writer, the director, the producer, the editor, the choreographer, the set designer, the costume designer, the backstage people preparing each scene. And as you created, that's your life story, by the way, that your life movie. And as you created that script, when you wrote it, it looks awesome in paper. But now we have to put it in action. And when we put it in action, we start creating a scene, and we start realizing the light will not be as good as it should be, or something is not working out well for that scene. And what will happen is the script writer will have to edit, and it will put some marks around the scene in the script itself to provide a why that scene would change from the original script format. The same way we have done the same with our memories and experiences. We have imprinted in our unconsciousness the reasons why there was some event in our life that we recorded the way we recorded it. They influence our decision making in the future. So even though we could look at blocks and limitations, something we do not desire, or as an enemy or a sabotager that is holding us back from manifesting our desires, they're truly full of priceless jewel. So I'm talking about this because last podcast, we're talking about our 2019 list of resolutions. And as we start doing our action plan or for each resolution so that we can manifest or actualize them, we may start noticing some resistance or some feeling of something blocking us or limiting us. And they can pop up anytime. And a lot of times it's like an indication that there's a part of us that is not quite ready to implement a step that is required to achieve that resolution. I would invite you to open your heart and listen with empathy to that part of you that is resisting the action step or what it seems blocking you with the emotion or thoughts of inadequacy or maybe not worthy or not having the proper credential, proper resources to do something. In my own experience, when I went through the program, Empower Your Amazing Life Story, of course, I designed it. So I did walk it. I just don't talk about Empower Your Amazing Story. I went through it. And I found that every time I had put a goal that was of a type of adventurous type of goal, my resistance would come up very fast. And it would hold me back from actualizing any steps that would take me to experience an adventurous exploration. It was more important for me to feel safe than to experience the adventure. And I finally faced the root cause of my block, that resistance, that limitation about the exploration and the adventure. You see, it was a memory that I consciously did not remember, for it happened when I was 2 years of age. My unconscious mind recorded the event, recorded the scene, but my consciousness couldn't recall it. But when I was 2 years of age, my parents and I traveled from Cuba to Miami on a boat, and they were really bad, rough seas. And through the night, my parents' story, because I don't remember, as I said, consciously. From my parents' story, they told me how they really felt the boat would go so high in those waves, and yet they could only see the deep hole, the deep darkness of um, the wave bringing you up and then seeing the darkness down. And they thought, this is it. The next wave, we will not be here. It is in that energy, in that sense of danger, that we will not be alive to tell the story that this 2-year-old experience. So when I finally discover this memory of this 2-year-old and how it had affected me, it was like opening to a treasure chest full of jewels. It was instantaneously embracing my inner child. It was instantaneously understanding why through my life, every time I had a choice of going through the adventurous road of exploration and the unknown, my resistance to that road would come up fiercely and push me into the road of safety, of something familiar, of staying close to my parents, of feeling the not adventuring to college outside the city, of looking for safe jobs around the city. My inner desire was always about speaking out, being a trainer, being an executive, maybe trainer, life coaching. It was always there, being a motivational speaker. But that would take me out into traveling in different groups. And that part of me that had experienced such drastic experience would hold me back. So you see, all of a sudden, when I discovered this little nugget in my script, and I understood so much her love for me, that part of me that wanted me to feel safe and not risk. It was a embracing, a homecoming, and at the same time a healing. For what occurred instantaneously was my two parts: the part that loves adventure and exploration, creativity, was embracing the one that was keeping me safe. There was no regrets for my decisions in my life. All the time they were all being healed into the wholeness of my whole experience. My movie was just perfect as it was. No needing to change or edit. No need to reprogram or program. Anything for whatever was of not harmonious, let's say, inside of me, it became harmonious. It gave me such a strength, such confidence, such wisdom that really, truly, only when you experience can you really understand it. The strength that that union created with me was so powerful that recently, when I had a decision to make, I was surprised. I surprised myself how strong and easy and confident I felt in making the decision that I had to make. It was like no doubt at all. And it was coming from that space. The next adventure is an adventure. It's okay. It's okay to take the adventure. I don't have to keep myself only in the safe because now I know that my adventures can be safe because I am aware of all these pieces that are within me. I know of my all my knowledge, of my confidence, of my wisdom, of my what I have learned, the ups and downs that this life has given me due to my choices. And my heart opened up. And boy, I got this passion, joy, this like if I would have won a lotto. Still waiting for the lotto winning. But it was that kind of passion, joy. So truly, I invite you to try that out. Whenever you see a resistance within yourself, just open your heart. Listen to that part of you that is holding you back. It has a little treasure for you. And when you're able to open to that little treasure, it automatically will unite with you. It will feel whole again with you. I hope this has been helpful for you. And truly thank you for listening and giving me this opportunity to share with you. I truly invite you to subscribe to this channel so you can receive the notification of all the new shows as we are publishing or as I publish them. My channel, Empower Your Amazing Life Story, will be publishing weekly the show just like this one. So I invite you to tune in every Tuesday, unless there were, like this past Tuesday, I spent my day with technical problems, not getting the recording to go quite as I needed it to go. So I ended up having to unplug, rest, breathe, and record today. So I'm publishing at a little bit later date. I also will let you know that if there is a topic, or I encourage you, if there's a topic or question you may have that you can address, I can address for you, just write it down in the comment section and I will respond as quickly as possible. Or you can email me at mercy, MERCY, at Mercy Martinez, MERCYMARTINEZ.com. You can always check my website, www.mercymartinez.com, or www.empoweryouramazing.lifestory.com, or visit my page, Empower Your Amazing Life Story, or Mercy Martinez. They're both public pages. Wishing you a spectacular week and be talking to you next week.